at Harry and David Field. Our first matchup today features Team Central of Honolulu, Hawaii, and Post 58 Barbers of Tigard, Oregon. The winner of this game advances to the championship game at 4 o'clock to face Lewiston, Idaho, with the ultimate winner punching their ticket to the American Legion World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. Now let's meet the starting lineups for our 1 p.m. contest. Team Central is the designated visitor. Leading up for Team Central, their center fielder, number 2, Cameron Pongazi. Batting second is their shortstop, number 7, Aaron Raposa. Hitting third, the second baseman, number 4, Caleb Wada. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 34, Haley Kane. Hitting fifth in left field, number 23, Jay Markson.
Yes, sir, last it.
Batting sixth in right field, number 3, Masao Minami.
Try it, man.
Extra syllables.
Batting seventh, doing the catching, number 27, Dino Adams. Hitting eighth is the third baseman, number 5, Bronson Boucher. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 77, Micah Shintaku.
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to coverage of the 2026 Northwest Regional American Legion Baseball Championships here at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Road Credit Union Medford Mustangs are your hosts for the 8-team fields, although they are no longer in the regional tournament. Coverage is being provided to you today by Table Rock Sports. I am Joseph Brett alongside Jim McCoy and Mikkel Weich. And we're coming to you live here on Championship Sunday, and it has been a exciting tournament as it comes to a closure here today. We'll have a 1 p.m. game between Portland and Hawaii. The winner will advance to play Idaho at 4 p.m. This is our Road Credit Union pregame show where we're going to cover today's matchup. Look forward to what's coming up later. We'll cover how everybody did in the tournament at some point here in the broadcast, review how the tournament went, teams these two teams and everybody have played, and we'll get things all wrapped up here and crown ourselves a regional champion. And one of these 3 teams that are still in it and going to be finding their way heading towards Shelby, North Carolina next week, and that starts on Thursday, I believe. Thursday next week. We got starting lineups for you here for both teams, and we're just about 6 minutes away from opening pitch. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back here on Table Rock Sports with the start of Hawaii and of Portland right after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Go ahead and goodness, be singing.
Okay, we're getting right back here. Jim McCoy along with Joseph Brett. C.J. Reed is getting ready to sing the national anthem, so we'll hand it over to our public address announcer, Tim O'Sullivan, as he introduces her.
Can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave.
CJ Reed with a terrific rendition of the Star Spangled Banner here at Harry and David Field. And we are ready to get underway with Hawaii and Portland as we have a coaches meeting at home plate. They'll be meeting with home plate umpire Cole Pryor. First base umpire will be Scott Rice. Your second base umpire Randy Sutton. And your third baseline coach or umpire will be AJ Herbold. We'll have starting lineups for you, starting with your visiting team coming to the plate. Leading things off for Hawaii will be Cameron Pangasi. He'll be playing center field, and a little bit of a change. Logan Sanchez has been the leadoff hitter for Hawaii through the entirety of the tournament. I believe even when he pitched the first time, he was still their leadoff hitter. He's going to be on the mound, and he's going to be having a DH hitter for him this afternoon. So Pangasi will be at the top of the order playing center field. Aaron Raposa will be hitting second, playing shortstop. Caleb Wada will be your second baseman hitting in the 3-hole. Your cleanup hitter is Kali Connie. And your 5-hitter, Connie, is going to be playing over at first, of course. Your 5-hitter is Tay Markson playing left field. 6-hole will be Masao. I keep wanting to go back to Masao. It's Masao Minami in right field. Your 7-hitter will be Keno Adams hitting behind the plate. The 8-hitter Bronson Boucher will be at third base, and your DH hitting for Sanchez will be Micah Shintaku. We lost our camera there for a moment, people, so hopefully we can get that back up for you here in just a moment without having to come back. Here, back to the action, camera up and live just in time for first pitch to Pangasi as he takes outside part of the plate for strike one, and we are underway. First pitch at 1 o'clock on the dot, and the next one is outside for a ball. Pitching for Portland is number 32 Ryan Fry. Let's see if we got some pitching stats on Fry here. This is his first appearance in the tournament. He has not been on the mound yet, so no regional stats from him. And he shows us what he's about. He's got a leadoff strikeout Pungasi goes down, and there's one away.
Well, it seems like the MO of Hawaii throughout this tournament has been that they'll jump right on you, and they'll take that early lead like what they did yesterday against Kennewick, Washington, and they ended up staking themselves to the early lead. They've done that throughout the tournament. So if Fry can keep this up, that bodes well if you're a Tigard Barbers fan.
And Pungasi, one of 3 guys on this Hawaii roster hitting over 600 in the tournament. He's hitting 600 on the dot, which brings to the plate Aaron Raposa. He's another one of those guys. He's sitting 615 with a 667 on base percentage, and he's quickly behind to Fry 0-2.
So 2 hitters already, 2 first pitch strikes. Certainly it looks like he's sighted in and ready to go for this game. Of course, the winner of this game will end up facing off against Lewiston, Idaho at 4 o'clock or thereabout.
And called strike 3, and back-to-back strikeouts for Fry. He's got it all working here to open up the ball game, and maybe just a little bit of an adjustment here for the Hawaii team. If you notice, Fry with a little bit different of a delivery than most of the guys we've seen in this tournament. He's dropping down, not quite all the way from the side, but he's getting down there a little bit, and he's got some movement on his pitch coming from the inside out on the right-handed batters, going from the outside back in on the lefties.
He did have an appearance, Fry did, at the state tournament. In that tournament, he pitched a game, 4 2/3 innings, only gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and he picked up a win for his trouble.
So this time now to the 3-hitter, Caleb Wada. He's behind 2-0. Wada ahead, being patient. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to catch the plate, and that's a called strike.
Fry going into his senior year at Tigard.
Here's the 2-1. It's going to be down the middle for a strike to even things up, 2-2.
Well, Sanchez going for Hawaii in the way Fry started. We may have a pitcher's duel on our hands, which this tournament really has been, as much as anything, an offensive showcase.
Yep, 3 up, 3 down. Striking out the side is Ryan Fry, something we have not seen yet against this Hawaii ball club. They are an offensive powerhouse, and they just got shut down in the first inning like something we haven't seen, and I didn't expect that off the top. And a good start for the Portland Barbers. And as you just mentioned, Logan Sanchez with a no-hit appearance here in the regionals already. And I'm kind of excited. This could be a little bit different of a ball game than we've seen so far in this tournament. We haven't seen a whole lot of pitching duels. Even with the good pitchers, they've been getting hit. You know, you're now at that level where even if you're a dominant pitcher, you're facing dominant hitters. And we've seen a lot of really good pitchers give up a lot of hits and kind of struggle against some of these guys. And I think today might be a little bit different than what we've gotten accustomed to.
Well, in the immortal words of Casey Stengel, good pitching stops good hitting, and vice versa.
So we will keep it right here. Oh, yeah, and we're going to give you your starting lineup for the home team, the Portland Barbers. It will be Tragus here hitting in the leadoff spot, playing second base. Ryan Hemsley is going to be your shortstop hitting in the 2-hole. Gabe Coltman hitting third. He's your DH. Raiden Nakamura is in right field hitting cleanup. Cal Gradwell will be your third baseman hitting 5. Hitting 6, Andrew Ha playing center field. Hitting 7 will be Nolan Foglio playing catcher. And hitting 8 will be Cooper Berta. He's out in left field. And rounding out the lineup, turning things over for the Barbers, playing first base, Caleb, is that Tide? Teed?
Yeah, Teed.
Teed. Sanchez, first pitch strike in there to Tregasier.
Folks may or may not know, Hawaii fans know, Sanchez threw a 5-inning no-hitter against Cheyenne on the opening day of the tournament, and that was a good hitting team, but he shut them down.
Tregasier ground ball to Raposa. Connie gets the throw, and the out is made at first. Tregasier was hitting 154 in this tournament. He's only 2 for 13. 3 runs scored, and that'll bring to the plate the 2-hitter now.
Ryan Hemsley, he's another one of those hot hitters for the Barbers.
Hemsley takes this ball out into right field. Minami gets it in, and it's a 1-out single for Hemsley. Hemsley in this tournament hitting .545 in 4 games played. He's 6 for 11 now, make it 7 for 12 with 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and a double. He's 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts, so got to keep your eye on him. A swing and a miss there by Coltman. Coltman is hitting .222. 2 for 9 on the tournament. And rips one down the third baseline, but it's going to get foul.
So Hemsley succeeding where nobody else did. That's the first hit that Sanchez has surrendered in this tournament.
That's where it's coming from.
So already it's looking like we were talking about possible anticipation of a pitcher's duel, and Sanchez, other than giving up the hit, has looked sharp. He's throwing strikes, no deep counts. All 3 of the hitters he's faced so far, first pitch strikes.
And now Brandon Nakamura comes to the plate. Nakamura on the tournament. Not having the offensive performance that he would hope for. He's 1 for 11 in the tournament, hitting .091. And he's going to take a ball there. I'm not sure where that one missed, and I don't know if Sanchez quite understood it either. It looked like it was probably just about belt high down the middle of the plate, and he was wondering if maybe it was up a little bit. Asking his catcher there before he throws over, and that one probably just to compose himself a little bit and get his feet back under him after maybe getting a little flustered by the previous call. 1-0 now to Nakamura. Got to keep your eyes on first base over there. And if you're a pitcher, as Hemsley, we just mentioned, 3 for 3 in stolen bases in the tournament. He's yet to be caught by anybody. And Nakamura will foul this one off out of play. And it's a 1-2 count.
Of course, the winner of this tournament will end up facing off the winner of the Southwest Regional over there today. Garner, North Carolina, taking on the Jacksonville, Florida Rattlers. And then they have an elimination semifinal between Jacksonville, Florida And Jacksonville, Florida defeated Florence, South Carolina 5-3.
2-2 now to Nakamura. Looks like our flag out there wrapped up a little bit. Breeze blowing from left back in towards home plate. As per usual here at Harry and David Field. Breaking ball. We're going to get a ground ball. Wada will make the play. And Portland with one hit. They leave one runner stranded. They score none. The score remains 0-0 as we head back to the top of the second. And it'll be 4-5-6 coming to the plate for Hawaii when we return. Back after this and a word from Rogue Credit Union and Bill's Glass.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back on Table Rock Sports, Jim McCoy, Joseph Brett. They're bringing you coverage of the 2026 Northwest Regional American Legion Tournament. Winner here, advancing to play Idaho in the championship game. Idaho losing to Portland last night. Idaho beating Hawaii the day before. And so all three of these teams know each other pretty well. And Connie will be leading things off, the four-hitter for Hawaii, to open up the top of the second inning.
Tell you what, this big fella, he can scald it.
Connie hitting .583 in the tournament. You mentioned three players hitting .600 or better for Hawaii. We have 7 guys hitting .500 or better for Hawaii in the tournament. And if it wasn't for those bottom couple guys there hitting 143, 125, and 111, their team average would easily be over 500. Their team batting average in the tournament, 462, as Fry, I don't know if he was pitching around or not, but pitched around Connie there pretty good, and he draws a walk and a leadoff base runner aboard for Team Central.
Well, they put him down on the roster at 260 pounds, and Kane, we got a chance to watch him move around the bases, and actually, for a big fella, he moves pretty well.
Had himself a triple. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Had himself a triple yesterday. Got by the glove of the center fielder on a diving attempt, and he scooted around over to third base pretty cleanly for his size.
Well, you remember in the big leagues back in the day, back when pitchers used to hit, Greg Maddux was a decent hitter for a pitcher. And they joked that one time he hit a triple in a game, and they said that was the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. I think Kane a little faster than that.
Tay Markson coming to the plate now. Markson is hitting .588 on the tournament, 10 for 17, with 8 runs scored, 6 RBIs, and a double.
Markson coming in the tournament leader in hits. Coming into this game, he has 10 for the tournament. That's not a bad tournament's work.
He's got a 1-1 count. And the ball gets by the catcher. Foglio makes chase to the backstop, and Kane will head on down to second base. He's now in scoring position for Hawaii here in the second. Something to note here. 2, 3, 4. Hawaii, 4 stolen base attempts in the tournament. That's it. They're 1 for 4. On the other side here, Portland, 10 for 11 in stolen base attempts. So if you can find something on paper that could possibly be the difference maker in what could very well be a pitching duel, it could very well be that Portland 10 for 11 in stolen bases, Hawaii 1 for 4. They get themselves into scoring position. Ground ball back to the pitcher Fry, and he makes the play at first on Markson.
Well, one of the important things in close games like this, and we saw it last night, a defensive miscue making the difference in the game between Lewis Clark and the Barbers, that the Twins' best player ended up with a defensive miscue in right field, and that ended up being the deciding factor in the game. I think here again today it'll be important that all teams involved take care of themselves out in the field.
I want to know now to Minami, hitting .417. It's a one-hopper to the second baseman, and the play will be made by Triggeser.
Hitting 7th, catcher, number 27, Keno Adams.
And it'll bring Adams, the catcher for Hawaii, to the plate. Over at third is Kane. With 2 outs. Adams will take down in the zone for a ball to open up the at-bat.
So far what we're seeing from Fry with his pitching, he does a good job of inducing the ground ball. Force a pop-up as soon as I say that.
And Fry making the grab. And that'll do it. Hawaii leaves a runner stranded on third. That's Kane. And no runs scored. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Portland coming back to the plate when we return right after this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Back with coverage of the 2026 Northwest American Legion Regional Baseball Tournament here at beautiful Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. A little bit cooler today for these ball players out there. They've been dealing with temperatures over 100 degrees for the better part of this tournament. We had a high of 105, 105, 106 for 3 days. And these guys are getting to play in 88 degree weather at the moment. And today's high only slated for 94.
It's frigid. We may need jackets before the day's over.
Yeah, approaching those temperatures where it might be a little cool for the Hawaii players.
Yeah. Well, they got that humidity too.
Here's the first pitch outside from Sanchez to Gradwall for Oregon, it's going to be 5, 6, and 7 coming to the plate. Gradwall, Ha, and Foglio.
There's something a little bit different today. Of course, Ben pitched last night, and ordinarily when he's not pitching, you'll see him down at first base. But Teed, once again, getting the start at first base today. Maybe perhaps because you got the left-handed Sanchez in there, and Ben, a left-handed hitter, that they wanted that righty-lefty matchup.
2-1 now for Gradwall. Outside, runs it 3-1, and a hitter's count now for the 5-hitter for Portland.
Gradwall has been solid throughout the postseason. He's hit well in this tournament. And then looking at his numbers from the state tournament, he was 5 of 17. So hitting at about a 294 clip there. And he has been productive and a nice guy to have as a corner infield, playing either third or first.
And he takes a pitch inside and chops it off of the handle back to Sanchez. And Hawaii will make the play at first and 1 away.
Center fielder, number 6, Andrew Ha.
Here's a bunt by Ha. It's back into the glove of Sanchez. 2 quick outs.
It's too easy. Well, this is interesting is whoever ends up winning this game to play Lewiston for the 4 o'clock final, you have a pair of teams that either one of these teams have already played Lewiston. These guys not familiar with each other, at least in terms of having played against one another.
Foglio coming to the plate. He's 1 for 10 in this regional tournament. And a swing and a miss there to even things up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
When Nolan's not behind the plate, sometimes you'll see Johnny King back there. Of course, King, one of those vaunted relievers that Coach Duran can go to.
That one there, a strike on the outer part of the plate. I believe that's pitch 21 for Sanchez.
Definitely seen pitching efficiency from both Sanchez and Fry thus far in the ball game. Only 1 hit.
Here's the 2-2, popped up and out of play. It's going to get into the overflow parking, and we'll do it again.
You mentioned him at 21 pitches at this juncture. That you remember what was one of our games last night. We had I believe the starter for Kennewick had 32 in the first inning.
The 2-2 popped up out into center field. Pangasi is underneath it and makes the grab. And it's a quick 1-2-3 for Portland here in the second inning. We're going to have Boucher, Shintaku, and Pangasi when we return 8-9-1. As Sanchez gets out of the second inning with the right number in front of his pitch count, 25-2. Back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Back here at Harry and David Field, Portland and Hawaii, with a chance to advance to play Idaho in the championship game at 4 o'clock today here at the Northwest American Legion Regional Tournament. We're going to have Boucher coming to the plate to open things up. 8-9-1 for Hawaii here in the third. A lot different than the last time we watched Hawaii play. By this time in the third inning, the top of the order was coming around to hit for the third time in the ball game.
Well, what was it? On Friday night, they had 16 hits against Lewiston. Yesterday against Kennewick. They were right up in that neighborhood once again.
I believe they had ended up with 14 or so.
That sounds about right, and I think if you average it out, that's about what they've been throughout the tournament, because they put up similar numbers against Medford, the Mustangs, and then Cheyenne as well.
There's a ball to the shortstop. Throw is going to get way wide over the top of the head of Teed, and they're going to call that a hit for Team Central, and Boucher is aboard. Now you take a look at this here. 25 hits for Portland in the tournament. 54 hits for Hawaii in this tournament.
Definitely the calling card has been, well, then in their opener, remember that Portland got shut out by Lewiston.
Bunt laid down by Shintaku, and he'll sacrifice and move his guy Boucher on over to second base into scoring position. And now the leadoff hitter, it'll be Cameron Pangasi. First pitch ball to Pangasi.
Just heard from Tim, the PA guy. What's interesting, both teams with their first hits have come from the 8 hitters in their order. That's one thing you see with both of these teams, that they have good hitting depth and dangerous hitters 1 through 9 in the lineup.
Let's see here. Checking on. This is not the one we want. Go here. 1-0 here in the third.
Second baseman, number 4, Caleb Wada.
So Wada now will be your batter. The second baseman hitting third. Looking to get on and pass the bat to the cleanup hitter, Kane. Here's a ball. It's going to go to the shortstop. It's a backhand. Shuffle, shuffle, throw to first in time to get Wada. And that will do it. But Team Central able to get on the board here in the third inning. They've got a 1-0 lead. You're listening to the 2026 American Legion Regional Tournament on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
I don't think, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, we're just looking at that, and what I'm seeing on my schedule here is that Eugene Athletics and Klamath Falls Falcons, that game should be about a half hour old, being played in Casper, Wyoming. You got baseball going on all over the country.
Klamath Falls is playing Eugene, 2 p.m. over in Casper, Wyoming.
So you get the defending state champion taking on the number 2 team, and how about that over in Casper?
Here's a pop fly in the air from Berta. Coming in and making the catch is Pangasi. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, with the Barbers now trailing 1-0.
First baseman, number 27, Caleb.
Folks, coverage of the 2026 Northwest Regional Tournament is brought to you by Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission, and our legend sponsors, Valley Immediate Care and the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians. Foul ball into the backstop here for...
That's Teed up at the plate, playing first base.
There we go. Teed will take down in the zone for ball 1, even things up 1-1. Here comes Sanchez to deliver the 1-1 pitch, and it's driven out to Pangasi. He's getting a workload out there in center field, but everything pretty much been right to him in the ball game as he makes back-to-back catches out there, and we have 2 outs in the 3rd.
Well, Pangasi moving over to center. That's where ordinarily you would see Sanchez play if he's not pitching.
Jaden Trageseer, 1-1 count now. Comes to the plate with 2 quick outs for Portland. He's going to take one to Kane. They're going to step on the bag. Good job by Sanchez getting over and covering first. And 3 up, 3 down for Portland here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Hawaii with the 1-0 lead coming back to the plate. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Kane, Markson, and Minami when we return.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Back on Table Rock Sports, coverage of the 2026 American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament. And Hawaii, with a 1-0 lead, will step back into the batter's box. 4, 5, and 6 coming your way.
Number 34, Haley Kane.
Kane with a swing and a miss to open up the at-bat. Raposa singled through the right side of the infield in the second inning, and Boucher scored from second base on the fielding error by Nakamura out in left field. That's how they were able to put the first run aboard. Ball up in the air from Kane, and it's caught by the first baseman, Teat.
So yeah, this ball game, the flow of it has been completely different than what we've seen in any game that Hawaii has been a part of so far in the tournament. We're, 40 minutes into the game, and we're almost halfway through it.
First pitch, strike into Markson. Dame Markson grounded out to the pitcher. His first at bat flies out here to center field to Andrew Ha.
Right fielder, number 3.
Starting to feel like one of those games where the small ball might come into play. It's going to take whatever you can to get a runner into scoring position. Might see Hawaii send a guy or two over to second base if they can. If you're not getting a whole lot of hits, you got to do whatever is possible to get anybody that you get on base into scoring position, as Ha swings on over the top of that offering there from Fry.
Manami out of Kailua High School and player of the game yesterday, and their
4 for
victory.
4.
Yeah. So he's been another one of those hot hitters for Team Central.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 singles, a double, and a triple?
That sounds right.
Here's a ball down the left field line. It's going to bounce fair, and then the hands go up. I'm not sure. It didn't look like it got into the bullpen. Just stuck underneath the fence possibly down there. And it'll be ruled a ground rule double.
Catcher, number 27, Keno Adams.
And now Keno Adams, your catcher. So Manami getting only the third hit of the game for Hawaii. Is in scoring position with 2 away.
So hits have come at a premium. Rare opportunity here to maybe perhaps gain some separation. Just 3 hits on the day so far for Team Central. And once again, Fry starting out with a first pitch strike. Like I say, that's like in football when you get 7-8 yards on a first down play.
That one in there for a strike as well. So Fry ahead, 0-2. Adams with a chance to extend Hawaii's lead. There's the ball into the outfield here. He gets a hold of this one, pops it up. First baseman Teed is underneath it, makes the grab, and that's going to end the top of the 4th inning. Hawaii leaves 1 runner stranded on 1 hit. They score none. We head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll leave it right here and let you know that, folks, it's our sponsors who make all of these broadcasts possible for you fans to enjoy live on our network. We'd like to thank General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. And before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports our schools and our communities. And before or after the game is a great time to visit Abby's Pizza. They've been serving it up for over 30 years. Give them a visit, make some friends, have some good memories. I know I got plenty of them of my own over the years growing up here in the Rogue Valley. Always getting to pizza after games, after Little League games, after the parents' games. You know, Dad played a lot of Roy Hobbs baseball, and we'd always beer and pizza at Abby's Pizza. And some of the memories I've got being there after sporting events, you know, they'll never be forgotten. Go make some of your own and find an Abby's location near you.
Yeah, I would say, you know, now would be a great time for something like, say, maybe Abby special.
I could go for some Abby's.
Yeah. This is one we see if the executive producer is listening down the way.
I'll take some pizza, chicken, and spuds if you are.
I'll tell you what, those spuds are to die for. I don't know exactly how they get it, you know, just perfect, but you got the, you know, just the perfect texture.
Yeah, nice and crispy on the inside. Perfect amount of potato on the inside. They come hot and fresh out. Dip them in some ranch, and I've been known to put back a large on my own a time or two. Just sit there and just munch, munch, munch.
Well, you have one just down the street from the ballpark. I know where we live in Central Point, right along the main drag.
There's a ground ball over to Raposa, and he makes a good throw to first for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Only one error on the board for the afternoon, so not only have we seen good pitching, but generally speaking, we've seen good fielding as well. And, you know, for a pitcher, you'll love every bit of help you can get, especially if the hits are coming at a premium.
Here's the ball into left field. It's holding up into the glove of Markson. And, man, Portland really not working much of a pitch count against Sanchez. He's only at, I believe, this hasn't updated quite yet, 36, 37.
No, he's cruising right along. Coltman's been a little bit quiet here in this Northwest Regional, but he was the tournament hitter of the tournament at the state tournament. And at the Oregon State tournament, Coltman ended up going 12 out of 18.
There's a ball out into right center. It's going to get down. Rounding first is Nakamura. We're going to have a stand-up double for Ryden Nakamura.
Nakamura has been another player. It's been a little bit quiet at regionals, but here now he gives his team an opportunity to knot up the ball game. And here with two out, it's always good to have a guy there who can scoot around the bases well, and Nakamura with good speed.
Here's Gradwall. Gradwall hitting .357, 5 of 14 in the tournament. Has a chance to tie this ball game up. And you don't want to waste an opportunity in this one the way that both of these pitchers have been throwing. That's only pitch 38 for Sanchez. Here's a ground ball. It's going to be foul down the first baseline.
Here on this Barbers roster, you got players from Lake Ridge, Sunset, Clackamas, Tigard, and Gradwall, a representative of Ida B. Nelson High School, which, if I remember right, was once known as Wilson High School.
That is correct. That's where my nephew's heading. Is to, I believe, Ida B. Wells. They just moved up to the Portland area from here in the valley.
Well, obviously what we have seen, I've had a chance to watch quite a bit of the Barbers of late. The Hillsdale Merchants, another Legion program up there. A lot of good baseball up that way.
Ground ball, bouncer to Wada. They're going to make the play, and with 41 pitches and 4 complete innings, Logan Sanchez wheeling and dealing. He's given up 2 hits and no runs, and I think only 2 base runners in the ball game.
No, it doesn't get much better than that.
Right.
Although he's slipping. He had a no on Wednesday. I think he only had 2 walks surrendered in the game. But imagine, you're having a fantastic outing here. Once again, he's doing a great job. I don't know that with all the pitchers that Orlando Gante has had to go with for the last couple of games, that he has a ton of available options in this game. So he's definitely, Sanchez is, especially knowing if Team Central prevails, they've got another game. So, whatever you have left that's available, you want to try to save them if you can.
Right. Hopefully Sanchez can go nice and deep for them. Ryan Fry, 48 pitches through 3 complete. He's given up 3 hits, 1 run, none earned, only 1 walk and 4 strikeouts so far in the ball game. We obviously keeping it right here for you as we head to the top of the 5th inning. This game is cruising along so far, and Hawaii bringing to the plate Bronson Boucher, and he is their 8th hitter, so it'll be 8, 9, and 1 due back up.
Boucher coming into this ball game 1 out of 7.
And he's going to take one off the handle into the glove of Hemsley at short, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
Designated hitter number 77, Micah.
Sanchez has got the lead, but really Fry has done a nice job of matching him pitch for pitch. When you're talking about the offense that we've mentioned as far as Hawaii's concerned, to keep them down to 3 hits.
There's a hard hit ball by Shintaku, and it is caught out in left center field. 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Berta playing over there in left field today. We've seen him in right. And, again, I think maybe perhaps the secret weapon for the Barbers is the fact that now here in Legion Ball, usually ordinarily don't think about relief pitchers a whole lot. But between Berta and Johnny King and from time to time here, Fry getting the start, he's got guys that he can turn to after the starter's done, and they don't see any drop-off in terms of their pitching.
Johnny King in 2 appearances, 1.80 ERA, 9 strikeouts per every 9 innings pitched on average in the tournament right now. Has a batting average against him of 1.67 in 5 innings pitched.
Well, I think when you get this deep in a tournament and you've had 4 days and now you're in your 5th day in a row of competing, this is where you see pitching depth really become a factor in the game.
Pangasi, the leadoff hitter, takes ball there, and the count runs 3-1. And a 2-hopper to the second baseman, Traeger over to first, and that's going to do it. Another 1-2-3 inning here in this ball game. It's a 1-0 Team Central lead. We're going to keep it right here and let you guys know that we would like to thank Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon for helping us highlight our student athletes. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. And for over 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Used to be when you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass, but I don't hear that anymore.
I love it.
Still love the line, though.
Well, here at Medford Rogues games, if that one's hit out to the parking lot, you'll get that little crash sound effect and a reminder to call Bill's Glass, and he's bailed me out a time or two. I remember a playoff softball game between Cascade Christian and Dayton about 7 years ago. My windshield got donked, thankfully on the passenger side, so I was able to get home. But yeah, those are some people you can turn to, and sure come in handy if you're a regular at ball games and let's say your windshield becomes a casualty.
So we are moving right along, bottom of the 5th inning. Andrew Ha will be the batter facing Sanchez, who is starting the 5th inning with a 4 in front of the number for his pitch count. And he's only at 41. So, you know, they like to say keep the first number of your pitch count, the number that the inning that you're finishing. Well, on the other side for Portland, 54 pitches in the 5 innings, and for Sanchez, he's starting the 5th with 41. So both pitchers doing a fantastic job this afternoon.
Well, I think that helps also illustrate why these teams are here playing on the final day, that not only can they rake, we're not seeing as much hitting today, but that is because of the fine pitching that they have. And pitching wins championships, maybe with a couple of exceptions.
Yeah, they, both these teams planning to kind of use some of their better pitchers just to guarantee them an opportunity to play in that last game, because, if you don't get there, what's the point?
Right.
You can get there, use your best, and you don't always have to have your best for the final game of any tournament. Sometimes getting there, your bats come alive, you have a good day, and you can go win it. Sanchez with the strikeout to open up the 5th inning against Portland. Ha now with a ground out and a strikeout in the ball game. We'll move to the 7-hitter, Nolan Foglio.
Well, what is it they say in motorsports? In order to finish first, you must first finish. And Fry and Sanchez both looking good here on the mound. Not only are they keeping runs off the board, but they're also not wasting any pitches.
1-1 count now for Foglio. That pitch just missing on the inside part of the plate.
That one, yeah, just right in under the hands. Looked like that almost could have caught the black.
I like the way that Sanchez pitches. He's really good at placing the ball where he wants to, and he moves it around the strike zone. And that's another one. I don't know where it missed. Maybe, just a tad bit high, but that's a tough one right there. That's about the 4th pitch now, and then he hits the batter. And if you're a pitcher, you got to be pretty frustrated there. That pitch before was the 4th time we've seen some emotion from Sanchez, wondering where the pitch that he threw had missed. The first time he was asking if it was up in the zone. It was right down the middle of the plate, and he was like, was that up? And he wasn't sure where it missed, and I don't know if his catcher was either. Runner now on first is Foglio. Berta comes to the plate.
Berta didn't do any hitting in the state tournament out in the field.
Let's see. We got Van Doren in as a pinch runner over at first base. And yet to attempt to steal a base. comes in to run for Foglio, the catcher.
You can't help but wonder, now he's got that 2-0 count after that walk, if he's kind of discombobulated just a little bit, maybe, like you say, a little bit of frustration setting in.
Another good pitch there, and that one, he's asking his catcher, was it up? Very close, to say the least. Very close. He hasn't got that call all day, though, so at least it's been consistent. It's not a pitch that I've seen called for a strike, and then the next time it comes around, it's a ball, and then it's a ball, and then it's a strike. It's been a ball the entire day right there in that spot, so credit to the man behind the plate. He's been consistent with what he's calling.
Well, I think that's really all you can ask for there as far as an umpire is concerned, that you'll have some umpires that, you know, they'll have their tendencies, being human beings like anyone would have, but that if they're consistent with it, you know, it's like, okay, you know, I'm not going to get that maybe borderline call down in the strike zone or just on the edge of it.
I'd rather the strike just up than the strike just down, though.
Yes.
As a coach, I get really frustrated when we're consistently calling the low strikes, and we're not getting some of those really close ones at the top. But you adjust for everybody, because every strike zone is just a little bit different.
Well, and for me as an old lefty junk baller, I love the low strike. Because if my strikes were high, they were usually landing out beyond the bleachers.
There's one on the outside part of the plate. And a 1-1 count now. Runners on first and second. Portland with an opportunity with only one away here in the fifth. They trail by one to this Team Central Hawaii Ball Club. All right, that one, I don't know. That one was belt high. And it was more inside on the plate than the previous pitch that was a ball or a strike. That was a good-looking pitch there. I don't think that missed high, and it was on the plate more than the previous pitch.
Well, you can see Sanchez walking around the hill, walking around the mound a little bit. Kind of get the feeling he's trying to gather himself here. And whatever he was thinking before that pitch, it worked.
Yeah, it was almost the same pitch.
Yeah.
Just a hair lower. Full count now for Foglio, the pinch hitter. And a ground ball back up the middle. Stepping on second, throw to first. It's going to hit the base runner. And Wada with an errant throw.
Okay, so we got one out. And we got a
So Folio, man, down there, and he just got into the game as a pinch hitter. And
Wada getting a little aggressive there. Probably could have just held on to that ball. Step on second, maybe a little pump fake. Check on the runner over at third base. As the ball got in the air for quite a while, didn't really have much of an opportunity to turn the double play, especially the way he was having to throw across his body. And with the throw, the ball game is tied at 1.
so Ben doing a couple little sprints there and see if he ends up staying in the game.
second baseman, number 7, Jaden Traeger.
Looks like he's going to be okay.
Foglio will stay in the game. It'll be a runner on first, 2 outs in a 1-1 ball game. And Jaden Traeger will come to the plate 0 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out to the shortstop and grounded out to first on a ball that took Sanchez getting over and covering. Here's a pop fly to Minami, and it's caught. Oh, we'll head to the top of the 6th. It's 1-1. We got ourselves a barn burner here at Harry and David Field. You're listening to coverage of the 2026 American Legion Regional Tournament on TibleRockSports.net.
123 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Prices at the pump are up, but at Lippert's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Yeah.
They were supposed to start at 2. Clement Falls 4-0 before they over Eugene.
Is that the championship?
No, it's tomorrow. It's to get there.
Oh, okay.
Back on Table Rock Sports. We've got a 1-1 ball game here as we head to the top of the 6th inning. At the plate now for Hawaii and Team Central, Aaron Raposa. So it's going to be 2, 3, and 4. Hawaii in a very good spot here in their lineup. Just need to string together a couple of base hits, get some runners aboard. Still no earned runs in this game, and there it is from Raposa. He gets out in front of one and drives it into right field for a leadoff single.
Always good to get that leadoff man aboard. And now with the way things have been going today, it'll be interesting to see if Orlando Gante goes with the small ball option here, which Wada.
Here's a back pick. They got him at first.
Folio, really nice quick throw over there, and does a great job of helping his pitcher by picking off the runner.
And Raposa out at first base, so the leadoff batter gets aboard, and a back pick from Foglio to get him on. He just got caught sleeping a little bit. And now nobody on with one away. And if Wada gets a hit here, that hurts even more because you could have possibly had a first to third situation on a base hit into the outfield, or at least have first and second. And good hitters coming up behind.
Colorado 4, Cardinals 7.
Last word at the single A tournament, Klamath Falls. The Falcons leading the Eugene Athletics 4-0 in the top of the 4th. And they were watching those Southeast regionals.
There's a hard hit ball, and it's going to get past Traeger over at first, or at second. And now that back pick at first base hurts even more because you'd have a runner in scoring position.
I think that one is one of those that you'd call a seeing eye base hit. Just got the right hop.
And we're going to have a mound visit coming.
But watching that Southeast Regional Tournament, 2-0 Jacksonville in the bottom of the first. Because after all, what we're trying to settle here today is who will represent the Northwest region at the American Legion World Series over there in Shelby, North Carolina. That'll be the 99th that they've put on. Well, you begin to wonder a little bit as we saw Sanchez struggle a little bit in last inning, and now Fry starting to work up his pitch count a little bit, if maybe we're starting to see as the afternoon gets hotter and they throw more pitches, if fatigue isn't beginning to become a little bit of a factor here.
That's 62 now for Fry. And he's in the 6th inning. He's still got a decent, great pitch count going, honestly, for where he's at in the ball game. But as you mentioned, starting to warm up a little bit. And this is where you also need that defense to step up for you and make some of the plays. That last one, a tough hop over the top of the glove of Tregasier.
Kane looking like he wanted to send that one into orbit. He didn't get cheated on that swing.
2-1 now is the count. Kane is out in front. That ball going to get away from the catcher, and that puts the runner Wada into scoring position. And we'll mention it again. Getting picked off over there at first base. Could now be runners at second and third with nobody out.
Well, in a tight game like this, big plays, or if you will, even the moments, the little things like base running and fielding become a big factor.
Kane drives one out into right field. Going back is Nakamura, makes the grab. And Wada will make his way to third.
Fielder, number 23, Jay Markson.
Markson, this is a guy that you liked having here in this situation with 2 out. He's been knocking the ball around the yard with pretty good authority throughout this Northwest Regional.
588 batting average. Good time for a base hit. That ball missing in.
Now that looked like one of those pitches similar to what Sanchez was throwing. That one, that looked like that was a little close inside. And
here's a hopper to the shortstop, Hemsley. They'll get him at first. And Hawaii will leave a runner stranded. You are listening to coverage of the 2026 American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament on TableRockSports.net.
Well,
in the back pocket.
Yes. I'll tell you what, this is really shaping up to be a heck of a ball game. I think, well, we were expecting a good game, but I think we probably expected to see a lot more in the way of crooked numbers on the board.
Yeah, definitely, came in thinking, hey, we're going to see at least 10 12 hits out of Hawaii. Portland, not always confident in what we're going to get. They've proven themselves time and time again. They keep coming out on top of ball games, and I think a big part of that is they've got some really good pitching on their staff that really keeps them in a lot of these games here. Again, it's showing in this one. They're holding one of the best hitting teams in this regional to only 5 hits on 1 run, and it's not even an earned run. There's Sanchez back out in the 6th inning. He's given up 2 hits, no earned runs, just 1 come across, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Here's a ball up in the air, tailing, and it's going to be foul.
Ooh, that was just wide of the pole, and I guess this gives me a good time to talk about the dimensions here at the ballpark, because now if you go over to Field 9 over at Lithia Driveway, that's a hitter's park.
Yeah.
Here, and the wind gets a hold of it, you can see a hit parade. Here, 325 down the lines and 400 to dead center field.
And a little bit of a difference over at Field 9. You kind of get that wind blowing out a little bit. Here, it's always blowing back in at the hitters. And a strike there from Sanchez. That ball got any higher, that would have been a tough call to make.
Yeah. No, Hemsley's had a hot stick in this tournament.
Yeah, hitting at a clip of 545. Good breaking ball there. Into the glove of Sanchez. Throw to first. It's going to get by. Here's the runner. He's heading to second. That's Hemsley, and the leadoff runner in scoring position.
Well, I'll tell you. Now, of course, it's easy for me to say sitting up in this position. I'm not the one doing it. But you can't help but think that maybe as close as that play was going to be, if Sanchez wouldn't have been better served to go ahead and put that one in his hip pocket.
Yeah, it's a tough one for a pitcher because you got the arm.
Yeah, well, certainly he had plenty of mustard on that one.
Yeah, you make a good throw, that beats him there, and you get the out. But a lot of the times, especially prior to the college level and the majors, we rush a lot of those throws, and I see all too many of them go astray at the high school level.
Well, that's you talked about how pitchers kind of thrive in working in pressure situations. Here, he'll have an opportunity to help himself out if he can get a strikeout here, and for the most part, he has been pretty effective at putting the ball right where he wants it.
69 pitches now.
A little bit longer outing than what he had on Wednesday, where he ended up throwing a 5-inning no-hitter.
Here's the ball out into center field. That one's going deep. It's off of the warning track. That's going to score a run. Coltman with a big hit there. Stands on third, and it's a RBI triple. That ball just kept carrying further and further back and did not want to stop. I thought, when it went up and it went in to the air, that Tongasi was going to get back there and be able to make the grab and running with tag and make it to third, but it just kept carrying further and further.
Well, Coltman, big fella at 6'5", 230. He's shown, he can pepper a ball, and the Barbers, they kind of remind me of those old Nightmare on Elm Street videos. Just when you think Freddy's dead, he comes back on you.
And another base hit here for Nakamura. He's strung together 2 hits in a row now. And Portland has a 3-1 lead.
So Adam's going to come out there and talk things over with them. Trying to keep our eyes open for any activity in the pen down the way. Not seeing anything there.
Carpet Land is in the Central Plains region. Looking to head back to Shelby today in the championship for back-to-back years.
And, of course, you're talking about the Portland Barbers. They have not only won 3 out of the last 4 state tournaments, but also they represented the Northwest region last year at the American Legion World Series and ended up with a 3rd-place finish.
Kyle Gradwall is the batter here. He's got an 0-2 count.
Versus Hawaii program. Gante.
Gradwall back up the middle. Flip and a double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And we got 2 away. So now with Portland having the lead, Hawaii is going to come back up. And they're going to be down to their final 3 outs of the tournament.
Yeah, I can't believe that we're here already, that we're talking about a game that only an hour and 20 minutes old. But it tells you something about the pitching.
Yeah, as Ha hits a line drive to Boucher, and that will end the inning. Hawaii comes back to the plate in the top of the 7th. They're down to their final 3 outs. And we'll see if they can string together some runs here.
We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I can't believe we've gotten here already, Joseph, that we just looked and we're at top of 7, and the game's just only an hour and 20 minutes old.
Yeah, it's been moving right along. Only 3 runs, 1 in the 3rd for Hawaii, 1 in the 5th for the Barbers, 2 there in the bottom of the 6th, and they've now put the pressure on Hawaii here in the 7th inning. It's a 3-1 ball game, and that pitch is going to be missing for a ball to start the at-bat for Minami. Minami grounded out his first plate appearance. He had a double the last time up. Here's a chopper down the first baseline, and it's going to get foul.
Minami, he can move down that line quickly. He might have got himself a board if that had stayed fair.
So 1-1 count here. Fry still out on the mound through 6 innings. Has given up 5 hits, 1 run, none earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. 1 double came to this batter here, Minami. And he's only thrown 70 pitches. And that one going to be outside for ball 2. Uh, 2-1, and it's going to miss. Well, there's that same pitch. Very close. That looked like it was over the plate. It's a ball as well here for the Portland pitcher. That one outside misses for ball 4. And a mound visit coming here.
Well, we'll see what he does here in terms of his options. Thinking about last night, Ben Folio starting for the Barbers. He went deep into the ball game and just right at the very end brought in a reliever to finish things off. If memory serves me correct, that was Berta. And so he's got some options. And again, like I say, I think one of the strengths of this Barbers team is the arms that they can go to in relief.
It's Keno Adams, the catcher, now at the plate. Leadoff batter is aboard for Hawaii. Adams will take strike one. That one's going to be down in the zone for a ball. Evens the count up, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, hanging ball. Fry left that one hanging in the zone, and Adams getting just a little out in front on it. That was a good one to pull down the left field line. Just got out in front a little too much. They shift the center fielder over towards left field. Here's a ball on the ground. Could be a double play.
Yes.
It is. It's a double play. 6-4-3. And now Hawaii down to their final out of the tournament.
Well, they call that the pitcher's best friend. And at this juncture in the ball game, with Fry going the distance, that'll definitely help his cause out a little bit. And you know that he's still got something in the tank for Boucher. He'll try to keep the game alive.
And Boucher will take strike one.
Now, for those that intend to watch the later game today, we've been informed that should this wrap up early, that they'll take 45 minutes between games instead of what's been the customary 30. Kind of out in front of things today.
I'm pretty sure he called that first one a strike.
Yes, I did. I'll find out.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
There we go.
First one caught the outside part of the plate.
Nope, they are apparently going to be dropping down. Three players for sure. Yeah. So that'd be 3 less. Yep. Than what they had.
Keats, that was a ball. I got it. I got that one. That was a ball. Got that one.
Oh, having some fun up here.
2 away. Boucher trying to keep it alive for Hawaii, and he fouls it off.
Giving scoreboard operator B.G. Gould a hard time. Not only the scoreboard operator, but local baseball historian, and, of course, the keeper of fines. I don't know, he might get fined if he's not careful on that scoreboard. But all's looking good here.
That pitch outside runs the count full 3-2.
Yeah, Boucher trying to keep them alive here. Shintaku, the on-deck hitter. This one not over yet.
Here's the payoff pitch. Driven out into left field. It's a well-hit ball. It gets down. And it's a double for Boucher.
Well, some timely bit of hitting there. Shintaku, a number 9 hitter, but as number 9 hitters go, he's a good one to have. Haven't seen him hitting in this tournament. Mostly his stock and trade comes via pitching. And he turned in a nice pitching performance against Medford on Thursday night.
That ball down in the dirt makes it 1-1.
Shintaku, potential tying run here.
There's a ground ball, and it goes off of the foot of the second baseman, Traeger. That's going to score one, and Hawaii's hopes are still alive.
Hill on home. And run on the top.
So
Pinch
now you
hitter.
got the potential tying run on first.
And a pinch hitter coming into the ball game.
Tryson Kaimiola.
Pinch hitting for Pagazi, number 24. Try out. He tried to Iola. Instead of staying back, he tried to make it scoop.
So now you got a one-run ball game. Potential tying run and a pinch hitter up here. Kaimiola, 1 for 9 so far at Northwest Regionals. We've also seen him make a couple of appearances on the bump.
That ball down in the dirt for ball 1.
So getting a little high drama here late in the ball game.
And that ball gets behind, and that's going to send Shintaku down into scoring position. So now a base hit could tie the ball game.
And then you got another dangerous hitter on deck in Raposa. But, of course, here, Kaimiola needing to take care of business here.
And he takes high, and that makes it a 3-0 count.
Got first base open right now.
Here's the pitch. Out of the glove. Ball 4. Runner will stay at second. And here is your shortstop, Aaron Raposa.
Raposa 2 for 3 today, so he's a good hitter to have up here in this situation.
Two singles and a strikeout.
Raposa.
And we're getting a new pitcher.
Raposa 8 out of 13 coming into this game here in the tournament. Be curious to see what Coach Duran does here in terms of which reliever he will go to.
Yeah, you don't want to let Raposa see him for a 4th time. He's been on top of him both times he's got to face him, and I think that this is a smart decision by the Portland coach here, and we'll see what happens when we return. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after this. It's a good guy to bring in.
Days. We all have them. You get up and just want to lay back down. In pain or not feeling your best and just want to get back to normal life now, Valley Immediate Care has been getting Rogue Valley residents back on their feet since 1999. Our convenient online check-in allows you to stay at home or work instead of hours in a waiting room. Along with our caring staff, on-site lab and x-ray services, we quickly get you what you need when you need it. Open 7 days a week. Valley Immediate Care. We're here when you need us.
Johnny King coming in, relief and a safe situation here. And King, so far in this tournament. And again, we'll see all kinds of, guys coming out of the bullpen for Joe Duran. And, what can you say about the guy? All he does is just come in and get outs.
Yeah, he's come in twice in relief, 2 appearances, a 1.80 ERA. He's got a 1.67 batting average against, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's given up 1 run.
And what a matchup, because he's going to come in and it's going to be And again, when you think about the lefty-righty matchup, you got the right-handed pitcher with the left-handed hitter. So the conventional baseball wisdom has it that there should be an advantage for Raposa, not as he needs many because, again, he's been raking in this tournament.
And this is a spot in the Hawaii lineup where if Raposa can get a base hit, the next guy can get a base hit, and the next guy can definitely get a base hit. So you've got to get an out here, because if they get a base hit here and put another guy on base, they can easily string together two more the way this Hawaii team swings the sticks. And we're ready to get to it. Johnny King is going to face Aaron Raposa with a runner in scoring position. Portland with a 1-run lead. Hawaii down to their final out. And it's right down the middle for strike one.
At least as far as the eye test goes, yeah, King has been excellent every time I've seen him.
And I like that from Raposa, not coming out and being overly aggressive here and swinging at the first pitch. Takes ball outside there. Now the eyes are adjusting to the speed and everything else that King is bringing to the table. It's a good job by the batter here. 1-1 count now. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a hopper to the shortstop. Flip to second, and that's going to do it. Portland gets the victory. A final score of 3-2 over Team Central and Hawaii. A good run here by Team Central as it comes to an end against a really good ball club in Portland, who they just know how to come out and win ball games. And as we mentioned, a lot of it has to do with that pitching staff of theirs. They've got some good arms over there that help get the job done. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap things up and we'll get ready for our next game. Set and ready to go in 45 minutes.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
All right. It is Oregon moving on. Like I say, just when you think they're done, suddenly they're not. And, well, quite frankly, they're the Northwest champion until they aren't anymore. And they'll have an opportunity to settle that outright coming up here in about 45 minutes as they get ready to take on the Lewiston, Idaho Twins. For the Barbers in the game, they end up scoring 3 runs on 5 hits, commit an error. Hawaii with 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. We end up with Ryan Fry named the player of the game. He just ended up 1 out short of throwing a complete game. So obviously you got to give him a tip of the cap to put his team in a position to win. And then Johnny King doing what we've just seen him do over and over again. That's come in and slam the door shut to provide the victory. So Nakamura, he had been quiet for a little bit during the course of this tournament, but came up in a big way today. For Ryden, he ended up going 2 out of 3 on the day and knocking in a run. And then Ryan Hemsley, another good performance, 2 for 3. We almost thought he was going to hit 1 out and ended up scoring a run. Down the way, Hemsley, Coltman, and Miles Van Doren running from Nolan Folio ended up scoring a run. So, again, Portland able to make the most of their opportunities. They only left 3 on in the game. So I think when you can look at that and say, we didn't get much, but we did something with what we had, and that's got to be feeling good for them. So Fry ends up winning the game. 6 hits surrendered in the game in 6 2/3. 2 runs surrendered, but none of them earned. And he walked 3, struck out 4, threw 93 pitches, 56 for strikes. So, yeah, that's something he can feel good about. But meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, shout out to Logan Sanchez, another good pitching performance here. 5 hits given up in 6 innings. He ended up giving up 3 runs, 2 earned, only walked 1 in the ball game, and struck out 2. So we saw some fine pitching here. Hitter of the game, if you will, for Honolulu. You'd have to give that to Aaron Raposa, who ended up with a 2 for 4 hitting performance. Also, Bronson Boucher, 2 for 3 with a pair of runs scored. And there you have it. Now, Honolulu, again, they can go ahead and return home to the islands with their head held high. It has been fun to get to know this team a little bit as they compete here at the Northwest Regionals for the first time in several years. Had been competing in the Western Regionals and ended up making a swap with Colorado, who had been in the tournament down in Fairfield, California. So, yeah, a nice win for Oregon, and now they got to try to do it again. And they'll try to do it again against a Lewiston, Idaho team that has performed very well throughout this tournament. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up things here, and we got another game to get ready for. Our post-game show is brought to you by our title sponsor, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62 and online at MedfordDodge.com. Thanks for watching today's live stream, and for you fans watching in Hawaii, it's been fun to have you with us. I'm Jim McCoy for Joseph Brett and cameraman Mikhail Weich. You've been watching Northwest American Legion tournament action on TableRockSports.net.